What's happening with y'all, man? Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. It will not cost you a penny to hit that like button, man. All you gotta do is be a real one and hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button too while you at it, player. Let's go. What's going on with you guys, man? The next few videos is gonna be a series, as this will be part 3. Part 1 and part 2 will be in a playlist on my channel. If you want to watch them videos first, click on my channel, go to the playlist tab, and they'll be right there in the playlist section. Now today what we're going to talk about is the Sureno Snappy that passed away, that lost his life in Stockton, California on Charter Way. But before that, what led up to that, we're going to talk about how I was caught slipping on Charter Way. Now, for those of you who are not from Stockton or the Northern California area, let me explain what Charter Way is. Charter Way is probably one of the most popular boulevards, streets, in all of Northern California outside of Mission in San Francisco. Mission and 24th Street in San Francisco, as well as Charter Way in Stockton, are the most popular Norteño streets in Northern California. Charter Way is like Crenshaw of Northern California. Charter Way would be like 18th Street for Northern California. Everyone knows about Charter Way. All the Norteños go to Charter Way to cruise, to hang out, to network, and all that good stuff, right? And it's been like that since the beginning of times. Car shows, everything happens on Charter Way. People come from cities all across California and go cruising on Charter Way. Now, this is a stronghold for Norteños. You will see them everywhere you look. Now, as I get out of juvenile hall and I'm thugging, friend was just killed, caught the dude slipping in juvenile hall, break his jaw, and all that, right? Now it continues on the streets. What continues on the streets now, I'm in this rage. I'm in this mode to where it's on sight, right? That's the mode I'm in. And I'm only 14 years old, but I'm in this mode. It's on sight. And to better understand my mentality at this time, my schooling, my teaching, and my thought process and my street smarts were more advanced than the kids my age. My way of thinking was more advanced than those around me, than my peers, simply because of the environment I grew up in, simply because of my teachings I was taught and what I was exposed to at a very young age compared to my peers. So I was young, but my way of thinking was more advanced. I was older than my actual age. I grew up very fast. So I was out here fighting grown men. I'm talking about fighting grown men. We're running up on dudes. Anyone that looks like a Southsider, we're running up on. We're making them lift up their shirt because they're saying we don't bang. Okay, well, let me see your belt. What kind of belt you got on? You got that blue belt on. Boom, 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 boom. Taking flight. Right? This is what I'm doing. Now, at this point, these dudes hate me. This has been going on. I was the type of dude to go to your house. If I found out you lived in the neighborhood, I would go to your mom's house and spark up a blunt in front of your mom's house and wait for you to come out so I can fight you. Or if I be with the homies, we'll go. This is when we used to drink tall cans of Mickey's, man. Y'all remember drinking those tall cans of Mickey's or the 40s of Mickey's. Y'all don't remember the 64-ounce Mickey's, though. But I would go, if I found out you lived in the neighborhood, and drink my beer and smoke my blunt with the homies in front of your house. We were terrorizing these dudes, right? We were terrorizing these dudes. Our whole thought process: fuck these motherfuckers. Who the fuck they think they are? They can't be living in our neighborhood, right? So these were the type of things we were doing because these older guys were recruiting dudes from the neighborhood that were vice us. Now, before this, we didn't uh, punk these dudes or treat these dudes wrong. We actually went to school with some of these dudes. They were the bicycle kids that played soccer all day. You know what I'm saying? They were happen just to be recruited. Next thing you know, we started seeing these X3 taggings on the walls. We started seeing PBS in our alleys. And so, we had to do something about it. And we did. I did. I was terrorizing these dudes. Any chance I get, I'm running up on them. I'm beating them up. What's happening? Where you from, homie? Boop, 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 boop. Taking flight, right? On the streets, in juvenile hall, wherever. I'm getting off, bro. Now, because I was caught with the gun when I was at school, the homies was hesitant to give me another one. Now, if I needed it, of course, they would give it to me. But they didn't want me to go back to juvenile hall because even though I was in and out of juvenile hall through violations, fucking probation raiding my house every fucking week, I'm in and out of juvenile hall. The homies are hesitant to give me another gun because they don't want me to get caught with it. Now, one day, I'm chilling with some females. 2 girls. It's late at night. It's probably like 10, maybe 9:30, 10 at night. And we're about to smoke some weed. They already have some weed. And we need a blunt wrap. Right? So I said, okay, let me go to the store real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the blunt wrap. They're like, how you going to buy it? It's late. And I'm like, dude at the store, sell it to me. It's good. You feel me? And they were all impressed. Like, what? They sell it to you? I think at this time, I had to be like 15 by now. So, I felt like I was that guy, you feel me? Felt like I was that nigga. I had clout, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's good, man, you feel me? I'm gonna go buy it. He sell it to me. So, I go to the store. The store I go to is called Charterway Liquors. It's right in the middle of Charterway. Right heart, smack dead in the middle. As I'm walking up to this store, I see a dude walking in. Now, this dude had to be about in his mid-20s, late 30s. Mid-20s, early 30s. Bald-headed Mexican dude with a pointy goatee. A little one. You know them pointy little triangle-looking goatees that, you know what I'm saying? Like a vato has. He had one of those type of goatees. Bald-headed, white tee on, blue jeans. You already know what my first thought was. This dude is a Southsider, right? That's what I'm thinking in my head. But of course, I'm using derogatory terms. He walks into the store. I decide to not go in, but I decide to wait for him outside of the store. Now, he takes a few minutes. I'm waiting, pacing back and forth, thinking like, okay, just sock this nigga, woo whoop, right? Run through his pockets, whatever. I know he's a Southsider. Gots to be. Because these dudes are recruiting now, right? And I'm by this time I'm running into these Southsiders in Stockton left and right. Some my age, some older. I didn't care. I'm fighting them all. Whether you're older, younger, didn't matter. I'm fighting you, whatever it is. Right? This dude comes out the store. I run up on him. What's up, homie? Where you from? You a Sureno? He says, what's up, fool? And he sticks me. Boom, boom, boom. 3 times right in my gut. Now, and everything happens so fast. He stabs me 3 times. Boom, boom, boom in my gut. I back up like, oh shit. I just got stabbed. As I back up a few steps, he throws his beer at me. And I remember exactly like it was yesterday. He had a Bud Light Lime. This nigga was drinking a Bud Light Lime. Can you believe that shit? I got stabbed by a nigga that drink Bud Light Lime. Ain't that a bitch? But as I back up, he throws his Bud Light Lime at me, his beer. I dodge it. Now, as he throws it, I'm backing up, and he's talking shit. The beer crash, hits the floor, splatters everywhere on the side of me. and he's banging on me. Now he runs across the street, across Charter Way into the darkness. I'm like, oh shit. So where the girls were, they were just around the corner from the store. Now I'm bleeding. My side is leaking. I have a white tee on, and the whole side is now filling up with blood. I'm holding my side, and I'm stumbling back to where the females were. I get close to in front of their house, and I start to notice I'm getting shortness of breath. I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting tired. I feel everything spinning around me. The next thing you know, I hit the floor. I collapse. I faint to the floor. I'm now on the ground. The girls seen me as I was walking up holding my gun, and they seen me collapse. They were waiting for me on the porch. They instantly come running to my aid. I'm now on the floor holding my side. The girls are freaking out. Oh my God, what the fuck happened, P? What the fuck happened? I tell them I got stabbed by fucking Scrap at the store. Fucking Scrap stabbed me. And again, no disrespect to any of my viewers. I'm just telling a story in depth. And they're like, what the fuck? What Scrap? What Scrap? I'm like, man, I don't fucking know. This fucking Scrap at the store. I'm holding my gun. They're like, oh my God, call the ambulance. They run inside. And the house that we were chilling at was the girl's aunt's house. Their aunt was cool as shit. One of them older Mexican ladies. Didn't give a fuck what we did as long as we did it at the house. Like, she allowed us to drink there, smoke there. We would kick it there, hang out on the porch deep as fuck with the homies. She didn't care as long as we were there, and she knew we were safe at her house, right? So she comes out running. Oh my God, mijo, oh my God, what happened? She's dialing 911 as she's running out. The ambulance come get me, and I go to the hospital. I'm in the hospital for almost 2 weeks. I undergo surgery for internal bleeding, and the doctor says the stab wounds were centimeters away from puncturing my lung. I have 57 staples in my torso, from the middle of my chest all the way down past my belly button to my waistline. 57 staples. Now, so I'm in the hospital for about 2 weeks. I don't eat for about maybe a week. They have me on a feeding tube and IVs and all that, right? Morphine. And finally, the last few days, I'm able to eat. I'm able to get up. They say if you can show us that you can walk, since you're eating, you show us you can eat and you can walk, we'll release you from the hospital. Well, say no more, say less. I start getting up with my little IV thing, start walking around. I'm crouching, like, fuck, it's hard. Like, you've been in the fucking hospital bed for 10 days. Like, it's hard for you to, you feel me, get up and start walking again. But I do, and I recover. They release me, and what do I do with 57 staples still in my torso? My stomach hasn't even healed yet. I go back to the block. Yep, I'm back to the block. Oh, now it's on and cracking. Now they done fucked up, right? I'm back to the block. The homies are mad. And now I vow to never get caught slipping again. And from this point forward, I kept the gun on me. Everywhere I went. If I was in motherfucking Target, I had a gun on me. If I'm taking a shit at grandma's house, I got a pistol right next to me. There's nowhere I didn't go without my gun after this point. Because I said, we lost Pablo. They almost killed me. We ain't gonna go through this shit again, homie. Fuck these niggas. It's on. Let's get them. It was on already, but now it's really on. The switch was now turned all the way the fuck up. There was no more fighting after this point. There was no more running up on these dudes, asking them where they from. There was no more, oh, you don't bang? Let me see your belt. Oh, why you got that blue belt on? Boom, boom, take flight. No, there's none of that, nigga. We on a whole nother level now. And you guys know what level I'm talking about. Them things was flying across the air. Left and right. There was returning fire, too. It wasn't just us firing on them. They was returning fire. They was sliding. But the thing that I hated about these dudes, man, in this war, they did fucking drive-bys, bro. And I hated that shit. That not one time, out of all the altercations we've been in, They have never bounced out on foot. I ain't never did a drive-by day in my life. That's all these dudes did, bro. And I hated that shit because we'd be chilling. And next thing you know, a car would drive by and boom, 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 boom. Again, we're 15 years old, bro. We're returning the fire. You know what I'm saying? With, of course, water guns and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, we didn't actually use real guns. We used water guns and we had BB guns and stuff. You know, typical kid stuff. But this was going on, bro. And it was real life. They hated me because I was one of the main ones out there enforcing this shit on them, terrorizing them. I'm talking about any chance I get, I was on they motherfucking line. And they wanted to get me. Word on the street was for them, if they seen me, this kid, they had to shoot me. Because if they didn't, I was going to shoot them. That was their whole thing on me. They had a green light on me. If they didn't shoot at me when they seen me, they were going to get shot at. So they had to shoot me before I shot them. And that's what it was. Shoot or get shot. It was wild, wild west. And it carried on. And it was back and forth. And then, now these were grown men I was going against, as well as dudes my age. There was a dude my age by the name of Snappy. He was a Sureno from Playboys, from Stockton. He wasn't a shooter. Shit, he wasn't even a fighter. But Snappy was out there. There was times where homies would walk. A homie would walk. I remember for this specific. A homie was walking home from school with his girl. Snappy and a few of his boys bounced out on him and jumped him. Sup, Buster? Boom, boom, boom. Right? Fucking chapete. Jumped him, stomped the homie out and his girl. So, you know, of course, we didn't like that. Snappy ended up getting caught slipping on the infamous, the famous Chart Away on the same exact block that I got caught slipping on. Now, this was, as you can see, was a hot zone. It was right there. Snappy, and it was morning time. This happened broad day. Snappy walked to Chart Away and went to the store. Same store I went to. Same store I was stabbed at. This time, a homie that had a gun catches Snappy slipping. The homie says, "What's up, Bessie? Where you from, Surenos? What Surenos say you from, right?" Snappy instantly sings. Notices that obviously this guy is not a Sureno. He's a Norteno. Snappy bangs on him and takes off running. He takes off running. The homie takes off after him. As he gets about a half a block away and tries to turn into an alley on Chart Away. Before he turns into the alley, the homie open fires. Boom, 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 boom. Strikes Snappy about 4 or 5 times in the back. The homie runs up on him and shoots him again several times in the face and in the torso. Execution style. Snappy dies instantly on Chart Away. Now, the homie gets caught for it. Why? Because there's cameras right next to where it happened. There was a huge Bank of America. Now, this Bank of America had cameras, of course, everywhere, captured the whole thing. They gave the homie life in prison. Free bro. Now, what happens after this is these motherfuckers done popped up out the woodworks. I'm talking about they were deep as fuck for his candlelight vigil on Chart Away. I'm talking about at least anywhere from 30, 40, maybe even 50 Southsiders were out there. I have never seen this many Southsiders at this point a day in my life. The only other time I seen them this deep was in prison. Right? And that happened years later. These dudes were deep. I'm talking about they were out there at the candlelight fucking creased up with Ben Davis, gray dickies, big black tees on, gray tees, white tees, blue tees, bald headed, motherfucking with their belts hanging, out there with their chest out. I'm like, holy shit, right? Where the fuck did these dudes come from? Word on the street was they had ties to 18th Street, and he had family from 18th Street, and 18th Street was in town. And now at this point, you're probably thinking, well, how you guys didn't slide on them? They were just right there on Charterway for a candlelight vigil for a Southsider. Nothing happened at this specific time because the cops were protecting them. Now, did they ask for the cops to protect them? Most likely not. Did they ask for the cops to be there? No. But the cops were there. The cops were on each corner, and the police made their presence known, that they were there and they were out there. So of course, no one was going to do anything. And so did that give them the courage and bravery to be out there even more? Probably so. Most likely so. They were probably thinking, oh, these busters ain't going to do nothing. The cops are right here. And so that probably give them the balls to stand out there like that. Yeah, of course. Later on that week, they tried to have another candlelight visual, try to just be out there again. And next time, it gets aired out. I don't know by who, but the candlelight visual gets aired. That wasn't even a candlelight. They were just out there thinking they can just post up again, right? On Charter. The whole shit gets aired out. Few dudes get hit. No one dies. After that, they weren't out there no more. Because this time, the cops weren't there to protect them. No cops. Someone slid by, bounced out, allegedly, and aired the whole shit out. After that, no more candlelight visuals for them. But this war continued. It was bloody. It was hell. It was a lot of families were broken up. A lot of families were hurt. A lot of families went through a lot of pain because of this war. And like I said, it continued to be a bloody mess. Bullets were flying left and right, coming from both sides. And again, they hated me. They wanted my soul. They wanted me dead. Why? For obvious reasons. I was one of the main ones pushing this line on them. I was one of the main ones attacking them from the core. I didn't give a fuck, bro. I was on their ass. And they was on my ass too. Not saying I was this big bad motherfucker, but they was on my ass, bro. Numerous times my shit got aired out. Numerous. Cars, house, posted up. Nigga, it'd be a motherfucking birthday party in the hood, and they'll come slide, shoot the bitch up. Kids outside, all the shit. They didn't give a fuck. It was like, that's how bad it was, bro. It was to that point. Motherfuckers were shooting up birthday parties, you know what I'm saying? Like, you dumb, you scandalous motherfuckers. Watch when I catch you bitches, you know what I'm saying? And it continued on up until about 2000. Now, this was the late 2000s, and it continued on for another several years until they were all gone. Another incident happened where a homie was shot, nearly died, and then again, once, you know, you have to double back, right? A Southsider was killed by the name of Thumper, something like that. This video's already hella long. I will get into him on the next video. This dude, this Southsider was actually putting in work on homies though, man. This Southsider was sliding on homies. He done shot numerous homies and was putting in major work for Playboys. This dude was a problem. He was causing issues. This dude had to go. Right? Coming from that type of mentality. This motherfucker got to go. The same way they thought I had to go is the same way we thought this individual had to go. And on the next video, I will explain his story and how he was sliding on all the homies and airing us the fuck out. Now, that next video will be in the playlist, as well as this video will be in the playlist. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm not promoting any violence. I don't promote violence. I'm not promoting any gang activity. I'm not self-incriminating myself or anyone. I'm simply telling a story. Again, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button.